Can you hear me, guys? Oh my God. Let's see. Okay, good. Hold on. Let me get the microphone now. It's so crazy. The hard, I don't know if it's, okay, this one is much better. Okay. Because I don't know if it's, I don't think it's related to Patreon. It's my computer is a little bit weird. And over the weekend, I had a problem with the audio. Sometimes I make phone calls using the computer and people couldn't hear me at all. So it must have been something. I don't know exactly what it was. But anyway, I'm glad we're on. Thank God. I'm so sorry for all this kind of craziness. Okay. So, oh my God, Jared. So Diane is like, so guys, you saw, let me go back here to the themes of the night. Okay, let me know which ones, because there's, oh, I'm going back here, just clicking at the list, but there's so much going on, right? That it's like, where do we begin? Okay, so the big news of the night is essentially that Mueller wants to talk to Trump about the firing of Flynn and Mueller. Okay, so that's a big one. All right, and so the other thing, I'm just gonna double check here because there's just so much to discuss, and it's funny that okay, Mueller wants to talk to Trump about Flynn and Comey departures. Mueller had conversation with Sessions. Jared caught discussing family business with Chinese ambassador. Ivanka's friend Wendy Zhang supposedly is a Chinese spy. Chris Wray of the FBI denying Trump and Sessions' request to fire Andrew McCabe. The shutdown of the government is over. Gerrymandering in Pennsylvania. Jeanette Epps, the African-American astronaut who was pulled from her June flight. And Dianne Feinstein and Schiff, they want to get to the bottom of the release, the memo bullshit. And that's pretty much it. It's a lot. Okay. So, okay, guys. And before I get started, I just wanted to talk to you about something that's happened in the group, and it's not a big deal, okay, and also on the YouTube channel. So in the last video, the very last one that I updated, not the one I did on Sunday, that's a smaller group, but the one that I posted on YouTube, the last one, that said that that was talking about the government shutdown, okay? So anyway, so what happened was, I got 400 troll comments, okay? So you can't see them because I review all the comments. And what happens, something amazing about YouTube is that you can, like, if someone posts a troll comment, then you can flag them, and whatever they post afterwards, then by Cynthia Bauer, maybe try logging in again, okay? Maybe it works, okay? It might work that way. Anyway, so, okay. So just going back here to the troll story. So then every time somebody posts a troll comment, then you can flag them and make them a hidden user, so you never see what they post ever again. And also I review comments of everybody I don't know. So when I look at my little board there, it shows that I have about 500 comments, and about, I think 400 of them are trolls. Okay, yes, it's not just trolls. Yes, but I think Julie said it got 8,000 views, but I think it's unnatural, because what I think is it fell into the, how do you call it? Like, there's a network of trolls that they get links that they're supposed to post on, then go on and annoy people. So I'm just saying this because it's not this. I don't believe this is necessary. These are bots necessarily. These are actually like people. Okay. Also, so then what happened? Just a parallel, and I don't know if this is necessarily true of the group here. Alex, you're a troll, right, Alex? Yeah. So exactly. So, but Alex, I'm gonna kick you out if you misbehave again, and you know, because they have a talk, like a list of talking points they're supposed to talk up, that they kind of like hammer on, and it's always the same. Okay, it's not just the whole thing about Hillary or Obama or deep state or whatever. It's that basically they use the open web and open comment sections as a means to spread the talking point, okay, so that it creates division and so forth. So anyway, so just alerting you guys to that, because sometimes I do delete comments even of people that are on YouTube that I know. And in the group yesterday, or another day, there was somebody who really wanted all these readings about Brexit or something, and I explained to her that when we're online, I love that we are all kind of connected and that we push for something, right? We see like, what does everybody want to know about? And whenever there's people who try to, like, hi, Cynthia, who try to kind of change the subject completely, to me, that's a red flag, okay? And I speak many languages, I speak 6 languages, and I understand syntax a lot. So I can see when someone is not speaking a language they claim to, like, there's a way in which you could tell, not just by the words they use, but how they structure the sentences, that they are not what they're claiming to be, okay? But doesn't matter. I just wanted to tell you guys that sometimes if there's people that come into the group, especially here, people who chat, they suddenly want to change the conversation to something completely different, okay? Then I may delete them from the group, or delete their comment, because it's like, we don't have time for this, okay? Not for this bullshit or whatever. And I love being honest, so that's the price. It's a small price, okay? And YouTube is really great for that, I think, too, because they let you control the amount of trolling that you put up with, okay? Anyway, guys, so going back to this. So today we have this crazy issue, going back to the crazy issue of Mueller wanting to, can you imagine, we got to this day where Mueller wants to talk to Trump. And I think this is a very, very, very big deal, because the way it was posited in the news, I just want to comment here on Gladys. She said, I was wondering how your comments were troll free on YouTube. Thank you for deleting them and giving us a safe space. Exactly. I feel like it's my channel, right? Or it could be anybody's channel. But if the person is there to annoy people, then they should not be there. Okay, whatever. Like, bye. You know what I mean? So, because it's not really about, they say, oh, it's about free speech. It's not about free speech. It's about annoying people. You are here to annoy people, so get the hell off. Bye. You know? So that's why, like, that's why that happens. But anyway, going back to, just wanted to comment on that, because Gladys had said that. So going back here to the story of Trump and Comey and Flynn, if we look at the situation, okay, the last time this conversation happened in the press was when, I don't know if it was the Trump lawyers who brought it up, who wanted to talk about it before it became public, but they were saying, Trump is so open to talking to Mueller, you know, well, blah, 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 whatever. And then this, maybe a week, how long was that? Maybe a week and a half ago or something. Okay, so now we have the situation where I believe this may come from Mueller's team. He's saying he wants to talk to the president about firing of Flynn and Comey. Okay, and if you think about the legal strategy here, okay, what happens? What happens is, ultimately, I believe, that he already has I forgot, I was going to say it in the wrong way, but it's like, what is it? The confession is not the word. I don't know what we call it. He probably already has the information from Flynn, because what he's going to do is, like, he's going to try to make him talk. And then obviously he's going to lie, because that's all he does. And then he's like, well, Flynn already told us something else. Okay. So it's over, baby. All right. And so that's the story, guys. So I thought we might want to, because do you mind if I start with this question about what's going to happen? What's the deal with this question? Okay. Because it's a, yeah. So I'm curious, yeah, because I think this is the biggest news of the day, and it means for the investigation, the little that I know, obviously I don't know anything about legal, like I'm not a lawyer, but I think learning from reading everything that's going on now, I think Mueller would not come to this place unless he had everything in his hands, right? Because it's like Mr. Prepared. He's not like, oh, let's go to chat and see where you are. Okay. He'd be like, he has the case ready and he just wants to nail him. Okay. So, okay. So, okay, let's see here. I think we could just ask. Yeah. So everything. Oh my God. Yeah. So basically, I think I'll ask, will this interview, I asked last time, okay. I asked last time, will this interview happen? Okay. I just want to know, before it becomes a huge thing, let me see if this interview is going to happen. Will this interview happen at all? Will Mueller get to interview Trump? Will this in-person interview happen? Because guys, the other thing you have to remember, oh my God, this is big. Did you see how Mueller talked to, but this is, guys, forgot this. This happened last week. It came out today that Sessions talked for hours with Mueller. So I bet Mueller was like, listen, bitch, I got all your shit down. Okay. You want to talk or you want to go to jail? Bye. Okay. So it's like, whatever. He's like, oh, I don't know. I forgot about that. It's like, whatever he says, like, he's like, I don't remember. I don't recall. Like, whatever. It's like, well, here's the document. Do you recognize your voice? This is the recording. You're talking to the Russian ambassador. Yeah, sir. I don't recall. Like, whatever. Like, okay. Bye. He's like, girl, bye. Okay, come back. And it's like, he's like, I like being Attorney General, so I can tell you everything I have about him. Okay, like, oh my God, I can't. It's like but I kind of like getting a little angry. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my God. So anyway, so it's like, can you imagine if he was like, I don't recall. I bet he told the truth. And I've said, guys, every reading I've done of Jeff Sessions, he talks. He cuts a deal with Mueller. He talks. So anyway, going back to the main, like, it's already like 13 minutes and I haven't started readings, but it's nice to have, it's like complicated, right, to get to this point. But basically now it's different. When the news comes out that he talked to Sessions, that obviously he already has information from Flynn, okay, or all hell breaks loose with Flynn, okay. And then so that's a big deal, okay. So all right, so let's see, will Trump talk to Mueller this time? Will Trump talk to Mueller this time? Will Trump talk to Mueller this time? Trump talk to Mueller this time? Will Trump talk? Exactly. And Bannon, Maggie said exactly. So this is like how much so much happens, right? So between the last time this topic came up and now, he got Bannon, he got Sessions, and he already has a Flynn. Okay, so that's a big deal. Okay, so okay, all right. So will Trump talk to Mueller in person? Will this interview happen? Will Trump talk to Mueller in person? Will this interview happen? Okay. Yeah, I hope he gets a big, exactly. Oh my God. Okay, so okay. Okay. So guys, interesting. I don't think it answered the question. I have to pull out more cards, but it showed something else. Okay. So this is a card of news, messages or communication. This is messages about their reputation. And if we think about the whole shadiness, everything they do at night, right in the dark, or like, I feel like this also means that for some reason, I'm looking at these two images together and I'm thinking, you know what? In the middle of the night, there's like these messages that relate to their reputation in the shadows. Exactly, Diana, in the shadows. And then this is like underneath. This is like this. It's funny. It hasn't come up a whole lot. It used to come up a lot more. Like this is the I call it the quid pro quo card. Like this, it means debt. Okay. Or no, I'm sorry. It doesn't mean debt. It means literally quid pro quo, somebody who gives you something but expects something in return. Like it's not free, okay? So like this means debt. I see it as debt, okay? That somebody, you owe something to someone, okay? And this is corruption. Oh my, what? Somebody dares to, oh my God, are you kidding me? Trump administration corruption? Oh my God, what? No way, no way. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, so then corrupt reputation. Okay, so again, in the middle of the night, we have this message, some news about corrupt reputation or like shady reputation. I mean, shady corruption. And then here, it's funny. I have this man who, you know what? I think this guy is Flynn, guys, I believe, because this is a charismatic man, okay? And this is a deal. So somebody has it could be Bannon too, because this is a man who's charismatic. I mean, they're all crazy. I'm surprised it's upright, but I think it's like, I think it means somebody who has a deal here. It's not Sessions, I don't think. No, it's not Nunes, Maggie, because the question here is about the Flynn. The whole question is about Flynn and Comey investigation, okay? So I think Nunes he's just a guy who's trying to create distractions. Okay, so this is a card of something waiting upside down, like he doesn't have any control over it, okay? And this is the key. Now, this is very important because to me, I think he's saying to him, or the issue really is, we have the message, right? Here's the message. We have the message, okay, quietly in the shadows about the debt that created the corruption. And here we have, and we got this message because we connected with somebody that we made a deal with, okay? And he's gonna be a witness because we have here the card, the key card. I said this before at the beginning. Towards the earlier readings, I used to see that and talk about it more. But basically, the key and the ring together, to me, it means this person behind here made a deal. They're going to testify, and you're fucked because you have the hangman, meaning basically going to blind. Well, what do you mean blind side? He's trying to say the blind side. What do you mean blind side? Like he's going to like not tell him he has this information? Trick? Oh, yeah. You know what? Okay, so this is the question was because the core of the question was, is Trump going to be going to this interview? Will he go in the interview? Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Okay. I don't think that he can take him into custody because it's like he's the president. But basically, I think it's showing us the situation. So the situation is Mueller has messages or information related to debt. And this debt is creating the corruption. And this corruption is key to the investigation. And he already has somebody who can testify to this. Okay, this is the situation. Okay. Now, it's saying, and then somebody said, even conservative people said, oh my God, they said, this is suicidal to talk to Mueller. Okay. And basically, of course it is, because he's guilty. Like a person who's not guilty is like, sure, I'll talk to you. Of course. Exactly. Like, sure, I'll talk to you. Okay. Like, sure, I'll like, I'll do whatever. Like if you're not guilty, you can explain everything. But if you're guilty, it's like, and worse, he's created even a bigger nightmare for himself. Because think about it, like now it's much easier for Mueller to get Trump on obstruction of justice. He would have been much harder if he had to dig deeper and find to just investigate Trump on money laundering alone would have been more difficult. But now that he has to, like, he created a bigger scandal for himself. Okay. All right. So this was the answer. Now let's think about how I'm going to structure this. Well, I'm going to ask kind of again, will Trump show up for an actual interview? Will there be an interview? What's going to happen? Will Trump show up? Is there going to be an interview? What's going to happen? Okay. Is an interview going to happen? Is it going to show up? Yes or no? Okay. So here is people are celebrating. This card is usually good for us. Somebody celebrating. The snake. Oh my, a snake. Oh my God. It's so shocking. Oh my God. Shocking. Snake. Yeah. Snake the liar, right? Shocking. Snake. Whoa. Who? Trump? Oh my God. Interesting, because this is a person, poverty. So you have the card of poverty upright. And I think it's also a card of dire situation, okay? And this is a man. I don't know who this man is. We'll talk about it more. I wonder if it could be, you know what this looks like? Doesn't it look like Kushner? He's like, I'm a contestant. He's like, I'm a contestant on Drag Race, and I do, my character is a 16th century nobleman. Anyway, so basically I think this looks like Kushner, okay? So yeah, Kushner is like in deep shit, okay? Jerida. Oh my God, the one that's perfect. Jerida. Jerida. I took down the president. I'm Jerida. Jerida. Like imagine. Oh my God, it's perfect. Jerida. This genius. Jerida. Oh my God. Okay. I don't want to I get distracted. I like getting this. Okay, so this is a person who's aggressive, like a bully. Okay, at heart, his values. He's a bully person. He's gonna try to, you know how that is. We see that behavior on Twitter. We know. And then this is kind of interesting. Okay, I don't know what this means. This is a card of defeat. Okay, very clearly defeat. You can see somebody. And this image kind of illustrates in a way, I think it makes me think that it could be Jared, because you see the man here defeats the other people. In order for him to survive, he has to take the other people down. And what do we have? Whoa, the scythe. I'm so oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, so another dress on, yeah. Jerida, I took down the president. Jerida, Jerida. Oh my God, wasn't that song? Da 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 da. Okay, Jerida, Jerida, Jerida. Okay, so this is a card of the scythe. So somebody's defeated and it gets cut. Now let's look at this together. Okay. Okay. So so the snake, it's interesting because I feel like I wonder who these people are celebrating about, something about the snake. 27 dresses. Oh my God. Okay, so snake is happy to be aggressive. So you know what I think it is? Okay, this is kind of a great description. I think it's like, you know how Trump, he's like, he thinks is so clever and people are laughing at him. They're celebrating. They're like, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna show them I am so good. And I'm trying to, how does it talk? I can't watch Trump because it's so upsetting. I'm like Hillary. Like whatever. I don't know how he talks, but basically I don't watch him. I just can't. So it's like he's happy, like he thinks he's so happy. He's like, I'm gonna go tell him it's the deep state. It's you, it's him, who, whatever. And people are like laughing because he's going to incriminate himself. It's very easy. It's never been so easy to catch a president. Like, you know what I mean? Because so then they're happy because he basically catches himself, like he's, F's up himself. Now, this is interesting because I believe this is Jared. So something about, I feel like Jared, I wonder if Jared gives out something, okay? Because, yeah, because I feel like, exactly, Chris said, is it to get a narcissist to admit if you get them to brag? Exactly. So the sneaky man, I feel like this is Jared. I think, I think this is a harsh, dire situation. In a harsh and dire situation, gets cut, okay? So I wonder, honestly, if it's I wonder, guys, if he, I feel like he taught, okay, I'm trying to think of, this is fairly complicated because it's not giving us the answer necessarily. I feel like there's no, the card of conversations and meetings is not happening. So what I feel here happens is that Trump here, the snake, thinks that by being aggressive, which he loves being, he's going to get away from everything. Okay, that's his attitude. But this big mouth Cheeto gets him defeated and gets him cut. And I think the cut affects him and affects Jared. Okay, in a way, because it's weird. Okay, guys, it's weird that I think, it's just weird that both of them show up here, okay? And I don't know. Okay. So I don't know if this cut means that Jared's going to take him down first, okay, or if they're going down together. Once Jared goes down, then he goes down very quickly after that because he realizes there's no way out of it, okay? So I'm trying to think here. I feel like the stories that we're getting here are I feel like it's Flynn's testimony against him here. They already, not just a testimony, but they have a message from Flynn, something like related. It's a text or message from Flynn. And then we have him and Jared being defeated, or at least Jared being defeated. Okay. So, but the question was about this interview. Okay. So it didn't give us the answer about whether because I asked very direct questions. Is the interview twice, like the interview going to happen A or B? And he gave this situation. So what is going to happen? Is there anything else we should know about this interview? Okay, anything else that we should know that affects whether Trump has an interview with him or not? Okay. So, I feel like, what else should we know about this interview? Okay, will he Yes or no question, just one card. Will there be an interview? Yes or no with Mueller? Just, will there be one? Huh. Okay, guys. So basically, the other part that I just asked, which was, what else should we know about this interviews? Okay, this is like being aggressive, asserting yourself, foreign power. This is theft. And the fox, they're complementary cards in a way, because the fox is the person who makes shady dealings in the background, okay, who gets stuff in the background, but that nobody can see. Then we have the lady, which is another card for Russia, right? We see it. It's the lady is upset, kind of upset. And this is an agreement. It's a card of relationships. Basically, it's like an agreement also, not just a relationship, and money and boss and money. So what we have here, you know, guys, I think this reading is telling us what they have on him already. Okay. Okay. So this is this is lady. So the upset lady made their financial agreements, okay? This is the aggressive power and the shady theft. The theft that generated money. Okay, so the theft here related to their financial agreements, and the foreign power, which is Russia being upset. So I feel like the whole thing is possibly something to do with appeasing Russia and their financial agreements, and the aggressive nature of their financial agreements, and the things they did once they agreed to everything. Okay, now what I think this tells me, okay, because then there's another card here, I'll show you guys. What I think this tells me is, this is a card of jail, okay, that I've said before. It could be mental jail, but I think this is actually, in case of Trump, it could be true jail, okay? Because then I asked, right after this card, I asked, okay, so is there going to be an interview? Is he going to show up? There's just yes or no. And this is a card of literally opportunity. So it's opportunity for jail. It's what it's saying, okay, essentially. So so I think here, okay, what I'm getting here is that all of this stuff is going to come out, and I don't believe he's going, again, it's actually confirms what the other reading I had done before about this supposed interview had said. There's not going to be an interview, because they are going to let him know somehow that A, they have the deal with Flynn, B, the information they have from Jared, also possibly, or about Jared's going to take both him and Jared down, and C, they have the information about the Russian financial agreements that they made in exchange for them helping with the election. Okay, so and then because when I asked the question, this is the final question here. Yes, obstruction. So basically, when I asked, but the obstruction, the thing about the obstruction, obstruction is a consequence of it's like, that's what they're trying to do to cover up the crime, right? They did not want an investigation, because the real crime is not, I mean, this is one of their crimes, but beyond that, we have the hardcore crimes, which is the election, and then we have the side crimes, which is lifelong money laundering. So it's like a huge zoo of crimes. Okay, so I think here what this shows is that he knows, or he's going to know, that talking to Mueller is an opportunity for jail. Like, there's nothing he can say to get away from this. Okay, and I remember when I reading something at the time that the Manafort indictment came, okay, that essentially those kinds of crimes, when there's financial transactions, there's no way to get away from it, because it's a transaction. What are you going to say? The paper is wrong? okay, it's like, oh no, it's the wrong amount. Like you can't, it is what it is, okay, with financial stuff like that. So, oh, and this reminds me that the person with the deal, it could also be Manafort, okay? The first person here that had a deal about Trump that affects Trump. Okay, so it's many people, and if we think about it, he already has a lot of people down. If he already here, he made it known that he talked to Sessions, I think, so that he could kind of get the message across, okay? And if he's telling the Trump lawyers that he wants to talk to him, that means case closed on obstruction, okay? And today we have the news that there's apparently, I think, tapes also about Jared and China. And that's a very, very big deal because they're saying, they're letting him know that we have this information already on you. Like, it's over, you know what I mean? For like, and Dewana said, Jared maybe already has a deal. I don't, honestly, guys, I don't think Jared's going to get a deal at all. Or he might get like maybe 1 life sentence as opposed to 3 or something. But I don't think that they're going to let this guy get away with stuff. Okay. So yeah. So I think that's that, guys, for the interview. I don't believe it's going to happen because all of these things are going to come out before, and that's it, okay, for now, for this. Yeah, because I feel like Jared, I feel like I don't know any person who's like, I've never heard a person say, wow, Jared, what a guy. He was my best friend. Like, there's not one person. Nobody likes Jared. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Don. I'm glad you're back because, you know, this whole thing is a little crazy. So I just feel like they're not going to let him go. Like, Jared, no way. Okay. Because I think Jared, if you think about it, is like, he's in more trouble than like, I mean, Trump, I think obviously he made the deal. Okay. But Jared, and I've said this before, and I remember this very well, that one time I did a reading on MBS, you know, the guy from Saudi Arabia and what Jared went to do in Saudi Arabia. And that showed very clearly, and I never forgot it, that Jared's job is not everything they say that it is. Like, oh, he has all these projects going. No, it's to collect money for the family business. Okay. So it's not like, that's why I think for him, he's just walking cancer of corruption. You know, he's just like, he has to be removed at all costs because there's nothing. I mean, there's just nothing that you can do about Jared. Like, what are you going to, like, he's just, these people are like, basically, yeah, like I hate to say this, but it's like, he's like a cancer. Exactly. He doesn't have security clearance and he goes to, it's like, exactly. He's selling everything. He's not, yeah, it's over. I mean, nobody, and I think history too, if somebody does what he's done, and I've said this many times, guys, before, that there's these spies, Aldrich Ames and Robert Hansen, who sold secrets and they got life sentences. Okay. And so, but if you think of Jared, like the multiples of what he has done, it's like he is these people multiplied by 500 or something like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, if we are angry, we can only imagine if you're an FBI agent and you put your life at risk all the time and you get called like everywhere, there's like, you get called names now by these people who are criminals. They're like, they probably know, they have access to the actual information. They're not going to let him go. No. Those people, like, they're only, and I remember reading also people who have worked with Mueller say that those kinds of cases, you only get a deal if you provide something huge. Everybody else down, it's like everybody's in. I feel like it's a huge mafia thing. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Donna, I really don't believe it's going to happen, because if it happens like that, then he'll continue. Like, you know what I mean? If it's like, oh, sorry, Jared just got 6 months. No. It's like, he's going to go back to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just light, like, you can't destroy these people unless they go to jail, I think. You know what I mean? Not just go to jail, but everything. No, Dan's like, will he get pardoned by Trump? No, I don't think. I mean, I think Trump is going to be on the down. Like, I feel just by the way that the thing was worded, the message to Trump, that like Mueller is ready to talk to him, that means he already has shit like on him, you know? So, and I feel, guys, by the way, this is, I don't know if we'll get to talk about it tonight, but this reminds me of the whole thing with Schumer and DACA. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't believe he caved, and I can't believe, you know, all this stuff happened. And I feel like in some ways, I think it has to do with not they understand how important it is to their base, in the sense of like, they're not going to give in very easily, but then B, they're buying time. Okay, in a way, I think they know that this is not going to last that long. And they're like, okay, sure, whatever. So they're like kind of getting him, you know what I mean, slowly. And I feel like even this obstruction, I said before in the other reading, I think it's going to be part of the obstruction of justice case. Okay. So, and yeah, like Jared, out of all the people, Jared is the most hated. I think Jared is the single most hated person in this government, honestly, because Jared is like on every, both Bannon's side and our side, we hate Jared because he represents everything that's wrong. Because at least Trump, he can affect like this idea that he's an outsider. I mean, he's an outsider in some way, okay. But Jared, like with his little jacket going out to Iraq, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Like what exactly? He's pissing off the FBI. It's not going to help. So anyway, so that's, oh my God, exactly. Box of oh my God, Jared and Steve. Okay, guys. Okay, so actually, this reminds me. You guys are bringing up Jared and Stephen Miller. Okay, so oh my God. So anyway, so I'm trying to think, guys. What do we? I think I feel like it would be interesting to look into Stephen Miller, considering that he was, I feel like, the architect of this whole, like, the whole DACA. Like, he really does not want, they want, like, you know, Nazi ideas. So they want to make people suffer above all. Okay. So I feel like I wonder what's going to happen to him. Okay. The stone. Yeah. I wonder if, like, I think Trump thinks his followers will rally to get at him. So he won't. Honestly, guys, I don't. What do you mean stay quiet? No, guys, no, seriously, bad enough. Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, no, I feel like you could get a mob like very quickly, like, hey guys, Jared Kushner's over there, let's go punch him. And then, like, if you say, like, get a megaphone in a big city, you're like, hundreds of people are going to leave their job. They're going to do everything. They're going to stop everything they're doing to punch Jared Kushner. Don't you think? You would totally stop. Oh, Michelle, who raised them. Oh my God. Everybody would stop everything and be like, oh yeah, where? Jared, boom, 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 boom. Okay, anything you're doing, you're going to go. If you had the opportunity to, okay, if Jared Kushner were outside your door right now, would you not go out there and punch him right now? I would. Everybody would be like, guys, I'm sorry. Jared Kushner is outside. I have to go punch him. I'll be right back. Okay, that's it. That's true. Everybody like, oh my God. Everybody would like punch. Anyway, so guys, so let's think about the other questions, because I feel like we answered all the questions. I mean, all the question about the interview, okay, of Trump. Now, I have the question about, okay, let's see here. Okay. I don't think we need to talk about the Sessions conversation, because we know, right? I think it's pretty clear. But we have the question about the Chinese and Jared, and I think we know. I mean, we already know that. Like, what is the deal? What's going to happen? But I think one question that is interesting, and I'm just going to go back to it, is the Stephen Miller question. Okay, so what I kind of want to do a little timeline on Stephen Miller, because I want to see what's going to happen. I feel like I've said before, guys. I think he goes to jail. He does not have a deal. He does not get a deal. But I think it would be interesting to see what happens with him next. Okay, in the sense that I think I want to see month by month, because then we get a sense of where, you know, because whenever he leaves, that's when, you know what I mean? However way he leaves, whichever way he leaves, that would tell us a lot. Okay. I think. Okay. All right. So Stephen Miller and DACA. We know Stephen Miller was responsible for like all the horrible things. Tell us what's going to happen to him. What's going to happen to him in the near future, like month by month. Okay. So let's just do a monthly thing with him. What's up with him every month? Let's see where we go from there. Because I think that way we know Stephen Miller, I'm a Nazi. Stephen Miller, I'll die in prison. Stephen Miller, I'm a Nazi. Stephen Miller, I'll die in prison. Oh my God. We had a math lab. Okay. No, guys, no, his family is Jewish. Like apparently his parents are Jewish. Like he's, you know, he's still Jewish. Like you can't just not be like that was funny because the whole thing with the Nazis was like, no, you're Jewish. Like if you have a grandmother who's Jewish, you're always Jewish. It's so strange. Like oh my God. Oh my God, exactly. Okay. Okay. So Stephen Miller and his evil bullshit. Okay. So guys, I did the system where month by month, okay, just quickly to see where the site landed, okay? So it lands in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, July. Okay, July. I don't know if it means that it seems too far away almost, okay? So I don't know if it means that was just one, okay, so one timeline for what, July, okay? Too far, yeah. Let's see here what happens. Let me just, now I'm going to do more of a reading on him, okay? What happens? I didn't not want to do a very detailed reading on him. Like, I just did that. But let's do this. The 6 months, next 6 months for Stephen Miller. Yeah, exactly. It's too far away because the site fell in July. And I'm like, weird. Let me just find out now everything about Stephen Miller, what's going on. Before it was just a timeline. Now it's like, it's going to be a timeline too, but more detailed. So 6 months. Okay. So tell us about Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller. Okay. Yeah, with all the tries, it may take that long. One, two, three, four, five. Then May, but okay, 5, 6. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like it's interesting because that for him, I get the thing with the kids. Okay, so guys, I'm just putting this together, but basically this is quiet, right? This is a person who's quiet and nothing happening, okay? But I think it's behind the scenes, basically. And this is a card of mountain, meaning obstruction, okay? This is money, some sort of money issue, and key. So I feel like he's key to an obstruction. He's quietly obstructing something. This is now, January, okay? Now. And this is interesting because we have here card of a message, a secret message. And this is why, guys, I've told you before, I think this confirms what I had said before, that he's a double agent, because right here you have a snake. I mean, we know he's a snake already, but there's something about it. This is a creating chaos. It's a person who can't get it together. But I think it's like creating chaos in a way. But in a way, if you think about it like this, the big chaos card would be the Tower, or there's other bigger cards. This is exactly secret message from Russia, exactly. And this is a card of like the little things you do to create chaos, like little things, you know, everyday things, like kind of like he can't get the details together, but it's like he's messing up the details on purpose. So I think here, secret obstruction, okay? Secret messages. It's like this. So it's like this side. So secret obstruction. And an important snake. He's like he's key to this obstruction, and he's a key snake, meaning he's a key double agent, and he has these secret communications, okay? So I think, and also one thing I like to point out is that because this shows in the cards, I do believe that it indicates that this will come out, okay? Meaning we're going to find out. Oh, and I'm sorry. Oh my God, Stephen, so sorry for you. Next month is going to be a little chaotic, okay? So we have the moon. The moon is in the middle of the night. And this is kind of interesting because it's come up before. Oh, hello, Jessica. Hi, nice to see you. So, guys, okay, so this is something at night. And so news in the middle of the night, sudden news, I think. Suddenly is an unexpected news comes. And what is it? What is it? The Wheel of Fortune upside down. Oops, things become to get worse for the network. Okay, and for their goals. So it's like, oops, I'm so sorry, Stephen. It's going to get a little harder for you, okay, from now on. So going to be a little tougher. So exactly. So I feel like this is news about the network, okay? Oh, you know, this could be, yeah, in the middle of the night, we have news about the network. It could also be that the network is that network they wanted to create bad outcomes, but also that news are bad for the network, for the people who are involved in this network. And here is a card. Ace of Pentacles, a card of money. Okay, could be good quantities of money. And we have here the bouquet, which is a great card of a gift. This indicates to me that it's like they got news of a financial gift. So money given to either him or the network. Okay. And look, oh, Stephen Miller, the Tower. I'm so sorry. I hope he can cope. I'm sorry. I hope he calls the ICE, okay? When he doesn't have water. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's he gonna do when he has like he finds Mexican gangs in prison? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure they'll like remember him, okay? Okay, so anyway, so the Tower. Yeah. The Tower, and you know it's interesting because so things fall apart for like whoever is related to the foreign power. Okay, so I'll show you because there's more here that's interesting. Okay, so we have here the information which is like bad, like in the middle of the night they get some new, you know, there's news about the network. And what is the news? The news is basically that they found the money trail. Okay, because it's like large quantities of money and the foreign power, which then causes the Tower. So everything, the network related to the foreign power begins to fall apart because they found the money trail. Okay, so because this is like the rider always means news. So it's like something that comes up, something that's becomes public, something significant. So the news about the network turned things around for the worse for them, and also, yeah, begins the falling apart process for them. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. This, I think, has to do with DACA. And it's weird because it's in March, but it could also mean that obviously, like, this whole thing, guys, is not like super strict. It could be that there's a lot of, it's also could be telling us that these things are happening in a specific order. Okay, because the whole thing with DACA is supposed to happen February 8th. So, but this is March. Anyway, so this is saying that he's going to be, this is a person who does not want an offer. Offers or receives offers. Okay, this is aggression. So he's going to be aggressively rejecting offers. And while this is a new start, he does not want a new start because it clouds it. He does not want a new start. He's going to fight and create smoke and mirrors. Okay, it's an offer. So what is the offer about? The aggression is about the kids, because you have a child here, and he's going to keep going, like the last battle and the child. But then the kids win, because you have the son and people are, this is kind of also related to legal issues, the sword. So it's like the legal thing is going to win, I think. Okay. So it's just, I feel like what it's saying is that the information about the negative information that's going to affect the pro-Russia network is going to come out before the vote on DACA. And I believe he's going to lose the vote on DACA. So because you have here aggression through smoke and mirrors, okay? You want to continue to an aggressive about the children and hiding progress or hiding success or trying to avert success. But because this is the outcome here, I believe the child is happy, the child is successful. Okay. So he's angry. Obviously, he's angry every day. Like, he's a psychopath. Okay. He's a serial killer. So basically, that's all he does is like, he does not want the new beginning. He rejects the offer, but then the kids are happy in the end. Okay. Sorry, dude. Okay. Oh my God, how interesting, guys. So, okay, this is just show, this is the fourth set of cards, but I just want to show you the for again. This is interesting and it rarely happens, right? Because it's like, as you know, there are 36 Lenormand cards and about 100, I forgot how many tarot cards, it escapes me, but I think it's like 72 or something. So anyway, it's rare that those cards come back together because you shuffled all of the other ones separately. But it just showed up again, the same thing that showed for Trump's interview, which is the prison, opportunity for prison. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, so it'll be April. Okay, so anyway, so this is a country upside down and leaving. He's leaving something. Okay, he's leaving, flying. And this is a plans to turn the world upside down, and we have Russia on top of it. Okay. Now okay. And then here I'll show you, this is interesting because these are kind of related. This card of like the family upside down, the world upside down, and then planning to turn the world upside down. Okay. So the family is like in disarray, and then there's plans to turn the world upside down. Now, this is the stork is a card of migration. Okay, and it's a card of changes, transformations. So transformations for the woman, but I think here what it really means, and this came up, I learned this, I think, when it came up in the big reading I did about the Russian money, you know, the network of Russian money transfers. I feel like he intercepts the transfers, you know what I mean? The ideas about like, is a conduit, or like, I don't say he's a messenger, but the messages go through him. Okay. And here we have the Hierophant, which is a priest. And this is a card of the Illuminati, or whoever is powerful behind the scenes. And we have a man here. Okay. I don't know that this is him, because the you know what I think this could be Mueller. This could represent something legal or something. I'll show you why. Okay. Because then you have, like I showed you before, this is opportunity for prison. So I feel like here, I almost wonder if like the gentleman has an opportunity, and opportunities to go to prison. I feel like these people on here are good. Like the Hierophant upright is not necessarily bad. So I think this means the gentleman has an opportunity. So I feel like the images and the messages I'm getting here, guys, is that in a way, I feel like he has to either he's testifying or he's before a group of powerful people who are very influential. Okay, so either they communicate to him that he's going to feel like you have an opportunity for prison. You are like an interceptor of the communications or money or whatever, and you have an opportunity. You go to, like, I feel like he's told of what's going to happen in a way. But I mean, but I always remember that this is what I have to do. I have to really be like, whatever comes to my mind when I see like what the images say, I have to just describe it, regardless of whether it seems plausible or not. But I feel like this is a man here literally going before a court of people who are powerful behind the scenes. So it could be, I almost feel like I get a sense, because it's the Hierophant, it's almost like a military court or something like that, like something more like, not just dangerous for him, but sort of like something happening like that, okay? And then it's an ending for him on, is it May? Before I said June, now it's May. So it's a little farther than I thought, but this is a theft, okay? Something, he's like doing something shady, and then it leads to an ending. Oh my God, Stephen Miller died, and the world threw a party. Stephen Miller died, and love came back. I don't know. So I don't know. So that's the card of death. Okay, ending. It's good because it's a permanent ending. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Forever? Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen Miller. He's gonna get punched in prison or something. Yeah. So this is funny because this is a aggression, right? Aggression or person, yeah, aggression or being proactive. Moment of silence. Let's close our eyes. Stephen Miller, I'm so sorry that something horrible has happened to you. Okay, I'm so sorry that you've been such a great person. You've cared about humanity in every waking moment of your life, and now you're just gonna, get beat up every day or something like that. So okay, so this is like a permanent ending. Yes. Oh my God, I cannot. Ghana. Okay, permanent ending. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is like ending that's permanent, and end to the permanence, end to it could also be end to stability. But what do we have next to an ending? The White House. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's over to the White House, baby. It's over. We threw a block party when the evil left. Okay, so basically, okay, it's sad. Somebody's sad. Oh, look, sad. Hashtag sad. Oh my God, I'm sorry. The White House is sad. Oh, hashtag sad. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God, Stevie Wonderful. Okay, so this is the past, okay? Past corruption. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why? So basically, past corruption in the White House. Okay, corrupt White House. I'm sorry. What ends? What ends forever? The corrupt White House. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I wish it could continue. This government is the best government ever, right? Exactly. The White House will have to be fumigated, and the new gold toilet removed. Exactly, Jackie. Because, and they're going to have to bring every priest of every religion to do like a kind of, burn stage, everything, because it's like, whoa. Guys, don't you think there has to be a gateway to hell in there? I bet there is. There has to be. If it's I don't believe it exists like that, but if there is a gateway to hell, it's over there. Seriously, it's over there. Okay, let's get real. Let's get real, because how do you explain all these people? Okay, all these oh my God. So you see, permanent, long-term corruption. This is also long-term corruption. Corrupt White House and permanent ending, and here's theft, right? So the theft ends everything. And the card of aggressive behind here could also mean that the law is going aggressively against them. So it's like long-term corruption, ending to the White House, permanent ending. Corrupt White House. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, really? Oh my God. Whoa. So, yeah. So guys, so this is the last, would be June. I think this is could be a wound, it could be could also be an energy of the fire energy in a good way, energy and start to get things done, and the government. Could also be prison too, actually. But there's disappointment about the stuff that happened in the background. Okay, about all the shady stuff. And this is an agreement, okay, with an older man. I don't know. This is usually Dotard's card. I don't know if it's what it means, but because the outcomes are not terrible. Okay, hold on. And this is a happy. It's like the Empress. So I feel like this represents America, like happy, abundant again, and the public. Public is abundant again. Okay, has like it's just joyful and spring kind of thing. Now, what I'm trying to think here. This is what I think this means is that the deal. This is a deal, some sort of deal of dotard is with the society, or it becomes public. Okay, is a deal about the something like this, and this is it could also mean what the other thing said, corruption in the government. Okay, so there's disappointment because the corruption in the government is now public. So dotard's government is now all of this has become known. Okay, and there's disappointment here, but there's renewal in some way. Okay, in the government, the shadiness that happened, the dotard's government, the deals, but then like the public feels rich and abundant again. Okay, so this was supposed to be about Stephen Miller. So what I get here really is that, well, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it April? Okay, June. Yeah, I think was it May, June? It was April, right? April, the man has opportunity for jail. So I feel like this is also a card of leaving. It could be that either he leaves in May, and if not, the White House comes to an end in April. I'm sorry, April, because it's the 4th. I did 6. So it's like, this is April, and it's an opportunity for jail, okay? And moving it along with the rush, like, okay, so I think this is April. And then May, that's the end of the White House, right? The permanent ending of the White House because of corruption and theft. And then the deals of the dotard become public. Okay, so that's what I think. Let me just give you a summary just so I get the whole thing again quickly. So right now it's saying that he's creating important obstructions on the down low, okay, and that he is exchanging secret messages, and that sow chaos. Okay, that's now January. February, like out of the blue, there'll be news that's going to upset his network, and it's news about money exchanges between him probably and Russia, just the network in general, okay? And things are going to start falling apart for people in this Russian network. And then in March, he tries to sabotage the DACA deal somehow. He's aggressive. And then, but the kids win in the end, okay? And then April, it's the opportunity for jail, okay? And then things kind of moving along. And then permanent ending for this would be May. Permanent ending related to the government. Permanent ending to the government. And then June, everything comes out and everybody knows about the deals of Trump. And there's disappointment, but at the same time, there's a renewal in the American society, okay? So that's that. That was the reading about Stephen Miller, right? Oh my God, guys. Ooh, it's kind of funny. I feel like the readings are giving us answers. Like answers that are not necessarily related to this person. Like, for example, this person. But it's like, and I feel, I say this, guys, I'm like, oh my God, I'm saying this and I'm giving people hope. I hope, what if it's, it doesn't come out or something, but it feels like a lot of it seems to be coming together, I think, right? Some of it, because if we think about it, like the everything that came out today, even with Mueller telling the public that he wants to talk to Trump, that's a huge sign that he's like really ahead. Okay. Much farther than we know. Okay. So, all right. So now, oh my God. So now, guys, let's think like one more. Oh my God. Yeah, no, exactly, right? It's exactly, just Jessica is saying it's not sustainable. He's going to, I mean, guys, let's get real. If Trump was allowed to do everything he wanted, he would literally destroy the country, like right away. Don't you think? Like if he could do whatever he wanted, there would be like concentration camps everywhere. Like he would just, that's all. Sell all, exactly, and just get money. And he's like, all the crazy people, the evil people would like rule the world. They're like those shady people. Oh my God. Jen is saying, do you think, yes, do you think we'll have a recession after this? Jen, I feel like there would, the financial question is a little complicated. I think it's like, I feel like we should do it like one day, like one day, just do the financial stuff, because there's so much involved. Okay. It's just, like, I feel like I want to know more, okay, about this. I'm kind of, there's a lot of parts to the financial stock market. There's also Bitcoin, which is another thing that I think it's related to the Russian investigation. Like there's a lot of financial manipulation going on, I think, okay? And I believe, remember the banking thing I believe that when I saw this alternative banking system, remember the whole thing that is about money laundering, I think Bitcoin is part of it. I don't think it's the only thing, but I do believe. So I was thinking the other day, guys, that once this whole thing comes out, there could be some sort of recession, because I believe the pumping up is in some ways artificial. Okay. I believe there's something weird, okay, going on. I think the market is overheated and it's not natural. Okay. And it's not because there's a lot of indicative. Yeah, a lot of indicative things. I mean, there's just a lot of signs of a bubble in general. And I've studied this a little bit, lots of texts about this. But if you think particularly of the movement of the currency, digital currency, it is not natural. Okay, it's just something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's just a lot. Jessica saying, I feel like there's just a lot of different things going on that we don't know about. And I think what they really want, if you think about it, like if you think about the oligarchs and all those people, they want a world where they can like do whatever they want. They want to steal money. They can spend it. They can do everything. So, but a lot of Western countries realize that the only thing that has worked to stop like Russian aggression is taking the money. And that's what has really upset them. That's what triggered the whole thing. Okay. So yeah, exactly. They don't really care. So, but I think, guys, I feel like, hello, like the whole thing that happened with the march, I feel like maybe I'm crazy, guys, but I'm not. I feel this strength, okay, that this is the time when the public wins again, because it's 70% of American public, the American people did not vote for this guy. It's not a case of like if we think of Germany, how powerful Hitler was, I believe that there was a minority who was against him. Okay, this was the problem. In the case of Trump, it's not the same. He is not as popular. So anyway, so that's that. And then let me just see here if there's anything. So conversation, Jared and Chinese ambassador. Shutdown is over. Christopher Wray, gerrymandering. Oh, guys, can we, you know what? Maybe this is a little bit of a change. Yeah. This could be an interesting ending. It's not going to be super long, but I wanted to do a reading on Jeanette Epps, the African-American astronaut. Okay. And she was supposed to fly in June, and she was removed from her I guess flight is how you call it, and she has a PhD in mechanical air engineering. I don't know what do you call it, but it's just extremely qualified. Yeah. So so anyway, so she was removed, and who took her place? Who took her place? So it was this woman who spent 9 months in Russia. Okay. So okay, so guys, yeah, I had never heard about that either. So so then because somebody posted on my YouTube and he was like, "You haven't heard about it?" I was like, "No, not a lot, and not really." And it's just because the media, doesn't talk about it that much. But anyway. So I wanted somebody asked, and I thought, it'd be an interesting thing because she's so qualified, guys. I'm serious, like she's so incredibly qualified. So let's see because she's a NASA. It's like they put some shady person in NASA, and so anyway. So I just wanted to see what was the situation about, and what's going to happen to her next. Just it's not going to be like super serious. It's like not serious, super in-depth reading on her necessarily, but what's going on with her? What's going on with Jeanette Epps' situation, and what's going to happen to her next after Trump? And then after, I mean, I'm sure that everything is going to be okay for her after he leaves. So let's just see what's going to happen. Okay, what's the deal? What happened to Jeanette Epps at NASA? And I linked the article on, the post I did today that had all these links. Okay. Exactly, Dewana. Yeah, exactly. It's both races. Exactly. Because did you see, Dewana, that the woman who took her place spent 9 months in Russia? Hello. I'm sorry. And I think essentially she was in Elle magazine, like interviewed because it was right after it was announced that she was going to go on this mission. And I think, what it is, they don't want an African American woman to have a position where she could be idolized, where people could be like, wow, look at how amazing she is, how qualified she is, how wonderful she is. They don't want that. They want to exactly. They don't want that. They don't want a positive role model. So anyway. So exactly. Jeanette Epps. What's going on with her? Yeah. Yeah. So basically, Okay, so this is a card of burden, so person burdened. Okay, and I think this is a sun. So we're looking at the countries is looking into the situation where I think a person here is overburdened, carrying the weight. And I think that could be her situation in a way. Okay. Let's see more because there's more information. So this is a aggressive news. So suddenly news. About a loyal person from the past, a good person. Who, this is a hope, a permanence. I think here it means basically, yes, the female. So basically, I think this means this is the past. I think it was like exactly what I was talking about before. It was a big announcement that she had been working for a long time, like a long time, and then hope. It was just the news of a good person who had been working for a long time, who was qualified, who brought good things. Okay, she had hope, and she had the Six of Cups. So that's the past or the context. And then came the illusion, right? The illusion people. And the tree, the network of illusion people. And they were looked, and then it's interesting because then they were looking at the tree. So it's like the family, like the network of illusion people saw her because the sun is also seeing, saw her as a burden or saw her as a problem ahead. Like they wanted to keep the illusion going, their outdated ideas. So they saw her that way. And then there's a secret, like this is a card of like creating chaos. So a secret, and there was some sort of secret to create, to not make it happen, not let it happen. Because, you know, I'm thinking here, guys, like I'm thinking, I see this image of like someone saying like, we have to keep the narrative. The narrative has to conform to our ideas. So they don't want a person who's, because it's showing here, she's very qualified and she's been working very hard for a long time. Okay. She's a good person, but they don't like it. They don't like the narrative. So they're saying like, they were saying like how they just have to look at how the messaging is it's like, it's a new world for us. We just can't, because they live like it's 19, I don't know, 1780, I don't know when, but they want that the look of the world to be a certain way. Okay. So then there's the opportunity was cut. Okay. This is the scythe. And then in the background of the public, like hiding from the public because of debts or like things they wanted to collect after the election. So basically, who gave the other, or I see here, Lavinia, what I see there's no, I mean, I can't tell, I don't know who the person is because there's just no way of knowing the order, but I feel like there's a network of them, like inside those people, the conservative people, they know what they want to represent. You know, they're very, we know how the Nazis, for example, were always very aware of image. They cared a lot about image. So basically they're like, oh, she's so popular because she's a role model. So let's not let her like have, you know, and I think also there's something about Russia, it's like technology related. So they need a person who they can it's either malleable or a spy or something. Okay. So if we look at the situation here, Oh my God, yeah. So we have here the news putting this together. So it's like, so we have here the news of the new tree, meaning the new family, the new network, okay? And the good person, they saw the good person as a burden. And then long-term secret, okay? Long-term deal, long-term secret. And then we have here the site. So the news about the Illusion family, the Illusion people, really like the loyalists of Trump, led to her cut, and they looked at her as an image, right? So this is a public. So seeing the good saw the good person as a burden to the image, okay, to the image they wanted to represent, and they had a secret deal after because of the election. So this is something they did behind the scenes as a result of the election. So anyway, guys, and then I asked like what happens to her after, and it's interesting because I feel like she tells her story. This is a person who like doesn't want to leave. Okay, she did not want to leave. Like that's literally like, because her brother is speaking up. She can't speak up, right? Because then they'll be like, well, then they want to try to find a way to truly fire her, but like they can't. So anyway, so this is like a person who doesn't want to leave, and she has a deal. And it's a deal to talk, okay? It's a deal to tell her story, basically, about it's like her dream was kind of crushed, okay? And then, oh, guys, I'm getting goosebumps. So this is her, I think. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps, guys. I'm sorry. So sad. And she tells her story, okay? And that's everything ends well because I think she writes a book. She continues her journey, but she writes a book. Anyway. No, I think she still gets the job. I think she continues, okay? But what I think is that I just, you know what I think, she becomes like she's a role model already, okay? Yeah, so she's a role model already, but like I think she tells her story basically in the end, okay? And it all becomes like part of like everything that happened, okay? Exactly, like yeah. I didn't actually watch Hidden Figures, but basically this is it. Like she gets a deal to talk, like basically to tell her story, okay? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so that's it. That's the story of her. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, but it's like, oh, thank you guys. No, but it's like, I feel like this tonight's was a little bit, well, it was scattered because there was all these technical problems, but I think, exactly. So I think it's like, everything's going to come out in the end. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I get, that like, they won't be able to get away with this for that long. Okay. Yeah, but I think it's just going to be okay. I think, guys, honestly, it's going to be okay for her. I don't think it's just a part of like what happened as a result of like this whole deal that they had. Okay. Because then I pulled more cards, and it's not particularly relevant, but it's just showing that like, it's about the deal with the foreign power had with the White House. Okay. So it's possibly like little things that they can do to like, you know, kind of create this other world. They want to paint a picture of a different America or whatever. So it's just, yeah, that's it. So that's that, guys. So, so I was going to say, so I feel like I feel like there's so much to talk about. Okay. And I didn't even get started with the one reading, like big reading about Fox News. Okay. I have to do that really soon. And there's all these questions, but I think today we answered two important questions. A, the whole thing about Trump and the interview and what happens, okay? And what happens really is that I don't think the interview is going to happen because a lot more stuff is going to come out. And then the other question that we answered was Stephen Miller. Okay, Stephen Miller is going to be out of there. And it looks like by, was it May? May. I think the White House is going to come to an end by May, hopefully. Like, you know, the whole thing is going to come out to an end. And before May, he may be gone. He might try to, you know, stop DACA. It's not going to work. He might try to, he looks like he's a double agent. And then we did a reading on Jeanette Epps, and it was really, truly, they removed her because they wanted to keep a specific image going, and it didn't work. So, but then eventually she tells her story. I think she continues. I mean, she has her job still. It's just that she was not chosen to go on this mission, even though she had prepared for it for a long time, I think. But that's the story. Okay, guys? All right. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. So that's the story. Okay. Thank you guys for everything. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. Exactly. So, okay. All right, guys. So, so I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, and hopefully will not have as many technical problems as today. Okay. All right. Good night. Justice. Yeah. Good night, everyone.